It's 2023 and I am committed to living every day wholehearted. That doesn't mean I'm perfect. That doesn't mean that I'm not broken. That means I am going to feel every present moment with all of my heart and give voice and expression and permission to feel the highs and the lows, wholeheartedly present each day this year. So what's next for me in 2023? That's what I'm going to try to figure out in this video with you today. I was actually sitting right here in that chair behind those screens, about to press record on a very tough year of 2022 and trying to share what I've been through. And I was terrified and I was sweating and I didn't know what was going to happen, but I just conquered those fears, pressed record, uploaded that video and shared it with you all. And since then, a lot has changed. And instead of just being a talking head in front of that same camera, I thought I'd walk around with you, and I actually have to do something in that my water here is empty and my water bottle is empty, and I obviously don't have running water in here. So we're gonna talk about those changes and what's coming next while I go get some water. So this is what it looks like when I run out of water. I open that and there's nothing there. I can take the things off the top here and I can tip the jug, and I have a little bit left, which I am thirsty. I'm gonna take a quick drink, but I gotta get this jug topped off. If you're like me, you don't like a lot of plastic in your home, and this is one of the very few plastic things that I have to store my water, so I covered it in a burlap bag and even put clothespins on the front of it so I don't see any of my plastic for the jug. I have a little bit of water in here, so I'm going to dump that in my thing here, which is where I have the water for washing my dishes. Okay, so I got my jug, got my boots on, and head out the door and get my other jug right over here. I'm sure you guys are just dying to see my entire environment, and I will show you. Let's see if I can do that one-handed. Look at that. But that has been one of my quandaries of what actually to share next. I really want to share my entire place with you. I want to share the whole experience with you, and I've already recorded a ton of videos, but it's hard for me to just jump right into that because I want to take you back to the beginning. But one of my questions is, how far back do I go? Speaking of going back, I need to go back to the yurt to grab my canvas bag because I have some things to bring down the hill. And I so want to show you the entire view right now, but I have to. There's something in me that just wants to surprise you about some of the things and where we are and what this place is like. So there's so much I want to share with you. And oh, there, I got my bag. I don't know if I showed that, but I'll throw this in and get down the hill over to the place with water. That is probably way too shaky. So part of the reason I haven't shared something in a while is because I haven't known what to share. I just went from sharing something really hard, and I needed to give space to just even hear what people had to share and the encouragements and the scriptures, and it was so encouraging. And I've had the most wonderful emails and comments and some face-to-face Zooms with some amazing friends who have had the most incredible things to share with me. And honestly, I feel more like myself now. And I think that's part of coming out of complex PTSD. I've heard some of those things over the years. I've been on a year heart healing journey, and wow, it is slick road out there. Boy, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back up this hill. It's just the right temperatures where things were cold and then warm and then melted and then rained and then froze. To be packing these jugs of water. Oh boy. So where was I? Yes, I just feel more like myself. I feel healthier. I feel more balanced. And I think a lot of that has come from the compassion within community and how we need that. So thank you so much for your intentional replies and reaching out. It has been a true joy to experience. But how do I go from sharing something so low and hard to just back to this is life as it is, living alone in a yurt and getting water? Like, is that a video you want to see? Or do I take you back before all of this? Do I go all the way back to the beginning and share my stories of childhood on the farm and go through some old photo albums? Do I go back to last summer and show what it was like living in my tent when I moved out to this land? But then I'm showing a bunch of green grass all around in the middle of winter. Does that make sense? Or there's the technical aspect of it. Do I share horizontal videos, or do I flip my camera and share vertical videos? I know that won't work on the computer, but there's YouTube Shorts, and I'm uploading these videos on YouTube because that's the place that you upload videos. And so do I jump into the YouTube algorithm and try to grow a following? I've had people say, hey, so thanks so much for sharing that. Now what's next? I don't know what's next. What am I supposed to share next? Or is it not supposed to be an obligation? I've looked at all these YouTube things and saying, well, you got to fit the YouTube algorithm and you got to post like this and you got to make sure it's like that. And so do I change who I am to fit the YouTube algorithm so that I can grow a channel and monetize it and try to make some money like that? I don't know. There are so many questions that I have, and I don't know what type of videos to share. What type of equipment do I need to get? I'm just sticking with my phone right now. I did get this little lav here because I think audio is a big deal when you're listening, and I'm constantly switching my phone around, as you see. I am still on the way where to get my water. So hopefully this is a little more exciting than just sitting in the yurt and watching my talking head. You're still watching a talking head, but at least it's a bearded head, right? That always helps. Okay, so I am pulling up to the place where we get our water. When we first moved to our land, I actually drilled a well and we got a little bit of water, but it wasn't enough, and then we had problems and all sorts of things. So we have an incredibly kind, gracious, amazing local farmer who said, hey, I got a tap right here, you can use this water. So that's where I'm at, and it is a blessing to have potable water nearby the homestead. One day we'll have water on our own land coming out like this. That is a beautiful thing, seeing just clean water coming out of a faucet. And there we have it. 2 jugs full of clean water. So I haven't really calculated it, but I think I come here about once a month. Those 2 jugs last me about that long, between all my drinking and half a dozen cups of tea a day. My secret is I do not use a lot of water to wash my dishes. because that takes a lot of water, and I found alternative ways, and I actually made another video about that. I just got to compile it together. This whole editing thing is completely new. Do I buy a $300 program? Do I jump on a subscription? Do I stick to some free options? Do I try just doing it from my phone? All these technical things of trying to figure out what does it look like to edit videos and put them online. And because YouTube is the place to put videos, does that mean I'm becoming a YouTuber? I don't know. Is that what I want to be? I don't know. Am I listening to my heart? Yeah, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited to share stories. I'm going to attempt to just press record on a bunch of different things and share stories from now and the past, and possibly talk about the future on some things. I'm going to get the mail now. Truth be told, I have been in my head way too much the last 2 weeks trying to answer all of these questions and more. These are just what's coming to my mind right now. But my goal is to live more from my heart. I need to check one thing in the bin here. This is the season that it is. Cold, wet, muddy, icy. Checking the bin. Oh, there's some mail. Let's see. Is it for us? No, that is for a neighbor. I have this nice little bin here, and put out that. I'm gonna put that out. Oh, there we go. Mailman forgot to put that out so that our neighbor knows there's a package in there for him. That's how we know to stop. So part of listening to my heart is not being in my head so much. We think too much, we feel too little. And I've just been stuck in all of these questions of where do I even start? And I don't know. And it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to be answering all those questions. I'm just going to press record. And a lot of things I have recorded, and I just need to put in some editing app and put them together and share them. So you might be seeing a video of me living in a tent, and it's really green and it's spring, and that's from last year. And you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. That's the thing. I'm gonna stop worrying with my mind. I'm gonna start following my heart, and I'm just simply going to share stories with you that I feel like sharing in the moment from my heart. Some of them might have a lesson, but all of them will have a story, and that's what I feel my heart wants to do. It's just expressing creativity in a new form that I haven't really done a lot of before. I've done a lot of writing, and I've done some photo posts on social media. I haven't been active on Facebook or Instagram in like 8 years or something. So I'm gonna try this whole YouTube thing and just see what it looks like to put videos together and see where it goes from there. And now I have to see if we can get back up this muddy, slick, icy, messy road. We cut this road on this land because there was no road. It was raw land. No nothing here. No shop, no house, no power, no water, no road. And so this road is cut into the hill, but there's no rocks, there's no gravel, there's no base, and so it just can be quite messy. So far we're climbing. See if I can give you a view. Okay, I apologize, I don't have the right mount to get the phone above my dash, but here we are gonna come around the corner. And oh yeah, look at those tires gripping. Woo! Flying. Oh my, don't go off the road. Ew. This is all-wheel drive Subarus at their finest. Oh, I'm gonna have to give a second go on that one. This is definitely the steepest switchback of them all. Try not to go off the edge of the hill here. Woo, that's close. Okay, let's see if we can do that again. Oh, and look at that. Yeah, woo, amazing. Oh, look at that. See our 1979 John Deere tractor. So is it just me, or maybe you're getting a little excited too? This is just exciting to think about sharing little bit of life and putting it out on video and inviting you along for the ride. So I'm just gonna hop in here and get my water back inside so I have some clean drinking water to drink and make lots of tea and maybe have more tea conversations with you with a crackling fire in the background. Who knows? I don't know what this year has in store, but I'm committed to living it wholehearted and I want to share it with you. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Tricky one-handed, but we did it. Got the water jug back in its place. Gonna put the burlap over. There, doesn't that look so much better? And I got some cereal and some granola. Putting my jars on top there. And we have water. And this is what it looks like to have running water in my home. Cheers. I am one wholehearted hoolie, happily sipping cold, refreshing mountain water, living in the round of a Mongolian yurt. If you want to see what that life looks like, and I have no idea what's to come this year, and you want to see how I set up this home, then I just ask you like this video, because that's going to help the YouTube algorithm, because I'm not going to be conforming to who Google wants me to be and just being like everyone else. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be wholeheartedly, wonderfully different and me. And if you like that, then subscribe, tap that bell to be notified of my next video. And that's gonna help YouTube and that's gonna help me, and we're gonna see where this goes together. I so appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.